Every time Mike worked with a body, he acted calmly and methodically, cutting away the clothes until the corpse was left completely bare. Today's new arrival was striking. A beautiful woman in an expensive red dress carrying the faint scent of wine. Mike was about to slice through the fabric when her eyes suddenly snapped open. "Where am I?" she asked in confusion. Strangely, Mike didn't flinch. With cold composure, he replied, "This is a funeral home. You're already dead." Mary's eyes widened. Memory stormed through her mind. The night road, the wheel in her hands, the wine, the sudden crash. Yes, the accident had happened. But what came after was a blank. She was dead. But how then could she speak, move, think? To erase her doubts, Mike pulled a death certificate from the shelf. It was clear. Mary had died in a car crash a year ago. Without giving her time to process, Mike began to wash her body with a sponge. Mary sat frozen in horror, unable to understand. She begged him to let her go, swore she would keep everything secret. But Mike ignored her pleas and said something so chilling that Mary's heart shrank with terror. She tried to move, but her body refused to obey. No strength remained. All she could do was watch as Mike calmly stitched her head, and she felt no pain, as if she truly were dead. Then he glanced at the clock, pulled out a vial filled with crimson liquid, and injected it into Mary's body. Dizziness consumed her, and her consciousness had slipped away. Hours later, her mother arrived at the funeral home, wishing to say goodbye to her daughter. Mike assured her that the funeral would take place the next day and that preparations were urgent. The mother left a few instructions and went away. That night, Mary awoke again on the cold metal table. With trembling hands, she touched her neck and wrist. No pulse. In despair, she beat her fists against the steel surface, then found a phone, but it was dead. Stumbling on weak legs, she reached the door and screamed with all her strength. Suddenly, she heard the sound of a car outside. It was her boyfriend coming to say his final goodbye. Mary recognized his voice instantly and pounded on the door, crying out that she was alive. But Mike blocked his path, refusing to let him in despite his desperate pleas. The room was perfectly soundproof. Her boyfriend heard nothing. At last, he left in despair. When Mike returned, Mary was waiting. Anger and fear burned in her eyes. She demanded an explanation. Why hadn't he let her boyfriend in? She was certain she was still alive. Resolute, she quietly grabbed a pair of scissors, hid them behind her back, and waited for the perfect moment to strike.